card with my words and your story, referring the sample answer, understanding it, in what way we should get a very good score, understanding the sentence structures, the vocabulary, and making our own answer and practicing it. This is the full length agenda of our session today. Let's begin now. So it is this cue card from Jan-April 2025. The question is, describe a time that something happened, something changed your life in good ways. The question is, describe a time that something changed your life in good ways. You should say when and where it happened, what happened, how you felt about it, and explain how it changed your life in good way. Like we have been doing since our last class, making some notes, learning that vocabulary, and going through the sample answer. Hope you are doing it. Hope you are learning from it. But I am not seeing any reviews. What's the reason? You don't want to develop the friendship? You don't want to develop the community? You don't want to develop the interactions? You feel this is something new which I am asking? No, no. You all use technology, and when there is a feedback, there is a two-way interaction, isn't it? So, do like, share and subscribe, and also make a small post that what is the word you have learnt. What are the other questions which you want me to share the answers upon? What are the essay questions? What are the reading module papers which you want me to solve? Because you are not asking, I am not doing anything. If you ask, there shall be an overflow of videos on your demands. Fine, let's see. So coming back to the point, here are the notes on the topic, which is a time that changed something your life in good ways. What is it? Maybe your cooking skill, the driving skill, the computer skill, or taking some online classes that has helped you a lot. So these are my options. These are my threads. You can develop your own story on any of these, or maybe you can have your own context. Now, when you answer, it is describe a time. So words related to time will be checked in your answer. For example, what should be the adverbs of frequency here? For example, it can be at times, sometimes, often, regularly, or frequently. Okay? Now we have covered what should be our story upon and what are the time related adverb of frequencies. Now, the next question says when and where it happened. So what are we supposed to speak? Our words can be just a month ago, maybe the last month, the last week, the last year, or very recently. Now the other question was where. Where requires a place, and it can be at my home, at my friend's home, during the vacation time. Next is what. So what is the question here? What happened? What was the reason for that positive change in your life? So it is, I learnt cooking because I am planning to move abroad. Cooking skills are important. That is what I want to develop. Then the question is how you felt about it. So some positive adjectives should be there. So here is again the common and easy used word list, which is happy, glad, delighted, proud, grateful, thankful, and satisfied. Then the last question, which says why. And always remember, when you are speaking about the question why, the examiner is looking in the way how you develop this particular answer. That is, what are the transition words you use? So it can be firstly, secondly, thirdly, and what are the reasons you are giving and how you are developing those reasons. So here are our reasons. How I felt? I was confident. No health issues. I now cook not only for myself but also cook for my family and friends. So these are the notes. Now let's see the sample answer. In our earlier class also we have studied that when you develop your answer, no need to use the expressions like thank you for giving me this question. You can directly jump into the topic. So here is the sentence. It was just a month ago when my life changed in a good way. So what was it? It was just a month ago. And what happened? Now you are describing. Though there have been many impactful incidents in my life. The incidents which were very good, and there are many. So though there are many, learning to cook stands out as highly significant. Stands out. A good vocabulary to learn. Like I have been telling you, and again I remind you, sit in my video sessions with a notebook, write down the words, make some sentences, share the sentences in our chat box. Fine. Now back to the class again. Learning to cook stands out as highly significant. How important it is? It is highly significant. These small words help you towards the score. And that is what I say. When you start to listen to the video, sit with notes and sit till the end, and parallelly keep writing the sentences or the words which you are liking so that we also understand, and we try to connect those words in our next sessions and maybe enhance your vocabulary through that word list. So your cooperation is highly important. Without that, just think, how can we move forward, right? What is our motivation? You are our triggers. You trigger our motivation, you encourage us, and we encourage you to study. So it's a two-way, right? So comment like to banta hai na? Chalo, back to the point again. Learning to cook stands out as highly significant. How significant? Highly significant. This happened at my home. Now you're getting into the details. This happened, remember the story is completely in past tense. So this happened at my home during my vacation time. I had never learned cooking before, as I never felt the need of it. It is not only the sentences, it is the story, and the story in good sentences. So it is again here, I had never learned cooking before, as I never felt the need for it. You are using negative words here, never. It is not a negative sentence, but the expression is said in that way. However, with plans to move abroad, I realized that cooking is an essential skill. With plans to move abroad. What is the sentence here? I want to move abroad. That is what you want to say. So how are we saying it? With plans to move abroad. Again, the word to copy in your notebook. With plans to move abroad. I realized that cooking is an essential skill. An essential skill. Emphasize on the word an. An essential skill that I needed to learn as soon as possible. Due to its importance. Due to. Explaining your reason. A good connecting word. Due to. To start, I began watching cooking tutorials online and experimenting in the kitchen. So this is the first step. What I did, this is how I started. At times, adverb of frequency you are using. At times, I also followed my mom closely while she cooked. Instead of saying sometimes, other word is at times. A good vocabulary again. This is what you are learning in the class, right? how you have to remove your old vocabulary, how you have to incorporate new words, how you have to develop the sentence, how you have to continue with the storytelling, how the cue card should definitely go to 8 and 9 band scores for sure. And it is not that difficult. That is our point to tell you. And for that, again, points, reviews, likes are highly essential. Let us also understand that our children are following something. Some student somewhere globally has learnt this word. So we want that interaction. Ma'am, I am from so and so place and I have watched this video. I like this word. I appreciated this word. I use this word in my daily vocabulary. We feel proud. We feel happy in guiding you. So please do post a comment and do share the likes and do the subscribings. Back to the point again. At times, I also, again the emphasizing word also. I also followed my mom. How did I follow? Closely. Use of adverb here. How did you follow? Closely. While she cooked. When were you following her? When she was cooking. Are good words again. Either the word when or the word while. It was challenging at first. Instead of using the word difficult, you substitute it with it was challenging at first. But with regular practice, instead of saying regular, the correct word is consistent. Let's recall a little. Let's recall a little. A good word, instead of instead of difficult, say the word challenging. Instead of regular, use the word consistent. I gradually improved. How did you improve? Gradually. I improved gradually? No. Sometimes the adverb should be placed before the verb in order to exaggerate the sentence. So it is I gradually improved. आगे. Eventually, I learned not only basic dishes but also some advanced recipes. So what are the things I have learned? Basic dishes and advanced recipes. So we are using the conjunctions which are not only but also. There are two things. The moment there are two options, immediately instead of using the word and, try to substitute with not only but also. How do we learn all these advanced sentence structures? The moment you speak to your mind, you tell it to change it into better words. Don't be a confused speaker to just utter something. No, you have to control your thoughts. Understand, acha, now I am going to speak two options. So why not use not only but also instead of and. This is the way you slowly get used to advanced sentence structures. Fine. Now, the word again here to be learnt is eventually. When we use the word eventually, when you have done a series of tasks earlier. So what was that? You have been watching online tutorial classes, you have been experimenting in kitchen, you have been following your mom. Though it was challenging, you have been consistent in doing it. So at last, so the correct fitting word is eventually. Fine. Again a vocabulary to learn. In our daily classes, you will be learning at least 10 to 15 words for sure. आगे देखते हैं अभी. I felt extremely happy. How was I? I was extremely happy. Again the adverb placed in front of the adjective. So it is I felt extremely happy and proud when I mastered cooking. When I learnt cooking? No. The main intention of the class is only to remove all the unnecessary words and learn new words. So it is I felt extremely happy and proud when I mastered cooking. It gave me a strong sense of satisfaction and independence. How did I become? I was satisfied. So वो sentence के लिए the sentence is It gave me a strong sense of satisfaction and independence. I am also very grateful because cooking is such a valuable skill in everyday life. In my opinion, learning to cook has brought several positive changes to my life. Now from here on, these are all the standard word bank which we have been using in our last 2 video sessions. So that is it. In my opinion, learning to cook has brought several positive changes to my life. And what are they? Firstly, it has boosted my confidence. We have learnt in our earlier classes also, whenever you give a reason, try to explain it. So we just stop here. It boosted my confidence and we try to think that I have to speak about the second point. No, it is not that. Try to complete the sentence. Explain the sentence, why you feel that. So as important is this, so important is this sentence, the explanation part of it. Right, so let's see the sentence. Firstly, it has boosted my confidence as I can now cook for myself. What is the next thing? Secondly, in a rush, don't forget children, we have used the word ly here. So definitely in the second transition word also there should be ly. Now what is the reason? Secondly, I no longer depend on unhealthy takeout food. That is what we have thought, no? What is our second point? No health issues. So how are we writing it? I no longer depend on. See the usage of no longer type of sentence. That was the sentence I was speaking earlier also. I had never learned cooking. So these are the good types of sentences. Simple sentence, negative type of sentence. Okay. I no longer depend on unhealthy takeout food which has improved my health. What has it done? It has improved my health now. The explanation again, which is the reason for your score. Finally, the last one. So it is finally, I can now cook for my family and friends. Now the reason, right. How do I extend the reason? With the usage of the word with, which make me feel connected and appreciated. I feel I am connected to my family. There is a bond with my family members and I feel appreciated. So again, I feel very happy. So the sentence is, which make me feel connected and appreciated. Don't close the answer saying that's it. No, a nice conclusion should be there like you do in your essay writing. So it is overall, I feel that learning to cook was a great lesson and a life-changing experience. It is a vital life skill that I will carry with me forever. It is going to stay with me forever. A nice conclusion. Hope you are all learning. We have our other videos coming up on the similar pattern, and for that, again, your opinion is our priority. Your request is our priorities. So please do like, subscribe obviously, post a comment. Who are you? From which place are you learning? Because after every session, we check to whom are we reaching. So we would be very happy to know you, to build a community, to have a level of friendship with you until you write your examination and fly to your destinations. Hope you are listening. Chalo, bye for now. Happy learning. See you in my next class. Tomorrow again we come with a cue card, following cue card. Bye for now. Any request, do post.